Today I'm going to share with you how I play the song Gratitude by Brandon Lake. Now the first thing I did for all my little Steve Vais out there is I took my whammy bar right off my guitar here. Shoop! We don't need it for this song. Put it right there. The next thing I did is took a sip of my Jesus juice. And then before any of you were like, hey man, how come you put it right on your amp? As I set it right on my amp. No worries, because I have this here. This is my album that nobody ever bought, so I got a bunch of them. They're right there. And so yeah, I find that they make excellent beer coasters, drink holders, whatever. Now, after that, you're gonna wanna take a capo. You can use this one. This one's kind of cool. I found this one. I got it because it reminded me of like an Ibanez Steve Vai gem pedal that he put out a number of years ago. A little swirl pattern on it. But this here, this is my favorite one. So we're gonna put that at the 2nd fret. Just like that. A little bit crooked and everything. Now, the chord shapes that you're gonna use, that I use, now again, I don't know if they use weird tunings, whatever. This is what I pick up when I'm playing along with the song. So, capo, 2nd fret, standard tuning. It's I guess an A suspended chord. So I put my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string there, and then I follow that with my 3rd finger on the 2nd fret there on the G string, and that gives you that. And that's the chord shape. Then I take my 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the low E string there. That gives me that F sharp tonality. Then I'd lift that for the E, and then go to D. Now notice this finger here is not touching the string. I'm using that open E. Okay, so now if you're a beginner or not and you just want to strum along, E major, and then D. And that's the whole intro and the verse. Now, for the part, this hand. Let's turn this around. Okay, let's move up a little bit so you can get an idea. You can watch what I'm doing. Maybe turn it a little bit closer. Right there. Now, we're gonna start again, because you can't see this hand over here. So we're starting with that A suspended positioning, okay? Now we're not gonna really move from that much until you go to the D. Now the fingers that I'm using are gonna be my thumb, my 2nd finger, and then my 3rd finger. Now the pattern is gonna be so for the A, I'm hitting the A string. With my 2nd finger, I'm hitting the G string. So the A string, G string, A string, G string, A string. And then with my 3rd finger, I hit the open E string. Talking with a guitar pick in my mouth. So that's why. So. Okay. Now you're going to use your thumb, as you're moving for the bass. So on that, we're in that A position here. Now I use my 1st finger, go to the F sharp position. So now I'm moving my thumb to the low E, but I'm still going to use my 2nd finger to hit the G string. So and then I would lift my 1st finger off of the 2nd fret to give it that open E. And then I would make that D shape, again leaving that open E. So you're not using your second finger to make that full D chord. And then for this one, I'm using my thumb to hit the D string, and then my second finger to hit the B string. And then I would use my third finger to hit the open E. So from the beginning, now, when you go to the chorus, you're doing the A. But instead of going to that F sharp there, just go right to the E shape. So you're going A. D. Now the F sharp. E. And then back to the A. That's basically the whole song. There is a break where he's like, oh, that part. Now that, you just maintain that A. There's some swells and stuff going on. Now what you may want to do is, especially if you're like a single guitar player kind of gig, when I get to that part, after the breakdown, that come on my soul, get up, that part, the first maybe 2 times around, get up and praise the Lord. Now on that, like probably third go around, I'm gonna go into, because again, I'm chewing on my pick the whole time. I'm gonna grab my pick out, and that's where I'm gonna go. I just learned it, but you know that part, I would strum through that and kind of build a dynamic if it was me just doing it by myself, you know, and then the piano keyboard kind of just fades it out. So after that, I would just kind of fade myself out and then let the singer and the piano take it out. But that's basically the whole song. The hardest part, you know, was getting my brain to get that picking pattern. That's what I'm doing. I play right along with the album and it fits perfect. So I hope it helps you, man. And if you're digging it, as always, thank you and please subscribe.